So we have almost finished with our first slide. We will soon move to screenflow to see how it all builds, but now it's time to add new slides. So we can add new slides using the right-click wheel on our mouse using the new slides, or we can add one using our toolbar with the plus sign. We can see that we have different templates for our slides. Let's choose this one. And we see that the background is white. So we'll move to the format panel and change it to black. Now, we don't need that image, so we'll just delete it. And we can see that we have a title and the subtitles that were pushed to our left. So let's change the text inside. Let's choose the white color using the text panel. And let's write down lesson 1. And for the subtitle, we will choose the orange fill. And let's write get around 3 dots. Okay, now I will use an animation for the get around subtitle. Let's move to the animate panel, built in, add to effect, and we will use the typewriter animation, which looks quite nice. And now let's add an image. Now, since we're doing an online tutorial on Keynote, we will move to the media toolbar, choose, and let's choose this image. And now we can change the image size using its handles. So let's just place it here. Let's take our title and subtitle to the left. And let's move to the shape toolbar. In the shape toolbar, we have different shapes. We can choose from the left panel the different types of clip arts, but we are using arrows. So let's write down arrow. And let's choose the line arrow. Now our line arrow by default is black, so we can change it to white using this style panel. And let's just add it to the different toolbar to describe what each toolbar does. Now I will duplicate the arrow using the command D and just move it around and use it to describe different properties of our screen. And now let's zoom in since we don't really have a close view of the screen. So we'll use the zoom toolbar. (100). And now let's move to our text toolbar and add new text. Let's change it to white. And let's write down shows full presentation screen. That's our first text, which will be right beneath that arrow. We need we can use the handles to change its wrapping. That's quite okay. Now we'll decrease the size using the text panel, and let's just increase it a bit. That's okay. Now let's duplicate this one again. Control D, and let's write down add comments to your presentation. Great. Now let's fit the slide again so we can see the whole screen. And we have used one animation. Now let's think again about the ordering of animations. Let's keep this slide with the black background and lesson 1 with no animation. Let's start with the get around animation. And let's add an animation for the image itself using the animate panel. Let's just use the moving animation so it will look like that. Let's just duplicate the text here so we can add up text for the slide arrow. And let's choose the different texts and the arrows. And to use them as one object, we need to right-click and choose the group. Now they will behave and act as one object, and it will be much simpler to add animation to them. So we'll use the add an effect, and let's just use the drop animation. All right, so let's look at our presentation starting from the first slide. Let me just make the crash course. Let's just make it bold, and let's start the presentation using the play button. So I'll press enter, keynote 101, crash course for beginners, and that's our main image. And now lesson 1, getting around. We can see that the screenshot scrolls from the left to the right. And now we have for each toolbar a description, textual description.